On this
Is that
issue.
okay, Bob?
No, Jed, go ahead.
My guess.
I was in Cairns recently for May Day, and we had one of the biggest May Day marches we've had in Cairns, and I was really proud to walk along with my nurses from my union, and a couple of them there said that they had got the dreaded white letter, is what they said, and it was probably the last day that they'd be able to march in their uniforms. And you know, it goes back to the short-term question of the gentleman before. To cut such significant jobs like nursing jobs and health jobs not only has a huge impact on the health system, but it has an enormous impact on those small regional communities. It decreases their buying power. It affects the small businesses in those towns. It has a terrible impact. And I just want to say that I think, you know, for all your argy-bargy about the budget and everything that you had to pay back today, I think it boils down to a basic question that there is an ideological issue here where, you know, Liberal governments do not believe that there is a role for government to provide public services, and I believe that you are actually cutting back public services.
Okay, you deserve a right to reply to that. Keep it brief, because I want to hear from the other panellists.
No, that's totally wrong. We totally believe there's a role for government. There is a total role for government in ensuring that services are delivered to the public, that we can grow those services, we can improve those services, and we have to do that sustainably into the future, and that's what we believe needs to be done.
Okay. Now, I'll go to Larissa and hear from the other side of the panel.
Thanks. Look, I think it's a bit disingenuous to say that you want to somehow improve the health system when you start by cutting 14,000 public sector workers. Including those that are on the front line. Now, I mean, health is absolutely vital to everyone here, and I'm afraid you've used this Costello report and some confected budget crisis to try and remove that essential support for people. And in the response last week, where you're now mooting selling off and privatising the services that those hospitals provide, then you're going to make the system even worse, and it's really going to hurt people. So I'd really urge you to rethink. You've heard a really strong sentiment tonight, and one very powerful example from Angela. I'm sure there's many more examples, sadly, like that.
Let me correct you. Firstly, we aren't moving off the side. We're not talking about... It's important that I correct you. We're not proposing the sale of health system of the hospitals.
No, I didn't say that, Tim. I know you're not proposing that. The services that they provide. And
in fact, many services are already provided by other people who are not Queensland Health. And I've said this before. If you go to the Mater Hospital, you will be treated by employees of the Mater Health Services who will be being paid for by Queensland Health. If you go to the Greenslopes Hospital, you will be treated by people who are employees of Ramsay Health Care who are paid for by Queensland Health.
Well, I like to go to the public hospital and get good health care.
If you go to the Noosa Hospital,
but
you'll go to all of those hospitals and get the health care that is necessary and is appropriate for you. And there has been no complaints that I'm aware of in relation to the Mater Health Services or Greenslopes or Noosa or many of the other services that are provided.